The upcoming 1923 Season 2, Episode 3 is titled Wrap Thee in Terror. Is it just me, or is this title simply scream chaos? Because how can there be even more terror, especially after all the brutality that we witnessed in the previous episode? Well, the information I got on what's coming next is enough to alarm us all about the well-being of every single character in the entire series. That's all I know, so let's talk about it. I don't know about you guys, but on Episode 2, I honestly didn't expect things to get as out of hand as they did. The Duttons have been dealing with the relentless winter, and when I thought things couldn't get worse, a pack of wolves completely took over their ranch. Talk about terrifying. It even attacked Kara, who will turn out to be nearly killed by the wolf that invaded their home. Yes, she will survive. But at what cost? She will get injured, and Elizabeth will be the one who saves her in the end, being even more traumatized as she will have to kill the wolf. So, in the end, will Elizabeth stick around after all this chaos? I mean, the weather is relentless, the isolation is suffocating, and honestly, if I was her, I wouldn't want to stick around either. But Jack's love for Elizabeth runs deep, and I can't help but think he'll do everything he can to keep her by his side. Plus, thanks to the trailer, we know that there will be at least one more moment in the season that they come together as a couple and celebrate something. The most string theory is that right after deciding to leave the ranch, Elizabeth will find out that she's pregnant again, which will convince her to stay despite the winter. Of course, my only hope is that this time the pregnancy wouldn't turn into disappointment for the couple. Now, I can't talk about this season without bringing up the new threat of Donald. Of course, I'm talking about his plan to turn the Yellowstone Ranch into a ski resort. I don't know about you guys, but the more I think about it, the more it makes my blood boil. Imagine the Duttons losing everything they've worked for just so some businessman can turn their land into a tourist trap. It's so annoying. In Episode 3, he's all in on convincing investors, and I'm sure he's going to stop at nothing to get what he wants. We've already seen him make shady moves, and I don't think he's going to back down now. As we saw in the preview, Jacob and Kara are going to be caught in the crossfire of this legal battle. It's going to be an uphill struggle, and honestly, things could get pretty ugly. It's hard to fight back when your resources are running thin, and with the Duttons trying to manage the costs of winter, their financial situation is more fragile than ever. I can't help but feel like the Duttons are up against impossible odds, but I know that Jacob and Kara aren't the type to give up easily. They've been through worse, and I have a feeling they'll do whatever it takes to protect their land. The upcoming showdown with Donald will definitely push them to their limits, and from what we've seen, things will escalate pretty quickly. Finally, it is time to talk about Spencer, because let's admit it, most of us are tuning in just to watch him. Sorry, not sorry. Spencer is my man, and I simply adore his journey. He is now making his way through Fort Worth as a delivery person for the Italian Mafia, and let me tell you, he's not having an easy time of it. Episode 3 shows Spencer trying to complete a mission, but it's not going to be smooth sailing. He's on a collision course with cowboys from the 4-6's ranch, and that's where things are going to get interesting. He's definitely going to face some serious challenges, but I have no doubt that Spencer will rise to the occasion. The real shocker in this episode will be his encounter with Teonna, a young woman escaping abuse who ends up traveling with Spencer. Of course, things never go according to plan, and soon enough, they're caught by the Oklahoma Marshal. But there's a chance that Spencer and Teonna might be able to convince him to let them continue their journey. Do you think they'll make it? I'm kind of hoping they'll find a way to get out of this predicament, but who knows what's in store for them. And as for Alexandra, I feel like we've barely scratched the surface with her character this season. She had a minimal role in Episode 2, but Episode 3 looks like it's going to turn things around for her. In one of the scenes, we see her getting kidnapped by a man after her jewelry, and I can't help but think that's going to complicate things even more. She's an easy target with her wealth and status after all. And the sad thing is, she does not have Spencer right by her side to save her. So, be prepared to witness her trying to survive and save her baby from all the dangers that awaits her in the ocean. For more weekly updates on 1923, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.